What's good, people? As you can see, we're here on Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now this video is going to be about why I hate overly defensive players. Now I'm all good with defensive players. I used to be one when I didn't know like how to do all that much. Now by defensive players I mean the ones that are still learning how to play the game, so they take in how to counter certain things or do certain things as they're fighting, and like kind of rely on defense just to watch and see what they can and cannot do and change their playstyle throughout each fight. I'm all good for that, but the players I'm talking about today are not the ones you're going to be seeing here, except for like maybe the last one kind of fits into the category. But the ones that 100% rely on it. Now, I do not have any footage of the ones that 100% rely on it. I'm going to try to get some just so I can have more, clarification and actually showing y'all what I mean rather than just talking about it. But I was like too pissed at the time to like press save, because I was like, I don't want to watch this because it'll trigger me. But let's just go over the ways first. Now we're gonna go over ways to get around them. Now I went over this in like a past video, how to beat the wall huggers. Kind of blew up recently. But there's overheads, dragon rush, and snapbacks. Those are the only ways around people that'll sit in the corner. Now, two of them can be countered with overheads. Overheads, anti-airs, which is what most defensive players bait for, is anti-airs. Now, the one that's probably your most viable option is dragon rush, because of the fact that you can use an assist to actually get into a dragon rush. Like I used my Yamcha into a dragon rush before, the Wolfang Fist, things like that. Vegeta's volley combo, you can use that, but if they know how to counter it, which a lot of them did know how to do, you're kind of fucked. But yeah, that's not the point. Now there are categories. No, there are not categories. I'm slow. There are three things that make up an overly defensive player in my eyes. The ones that go for anti-airs, that bait for anti-airs and rely on anti-airs, kind of like how this guy does. As you can see, boom, anti-air. He's been doing that the entire game. Mashing, like random mashing, kind of like how this guy does. Like hit mashing is the most annoying mashing. But also waiting and baiting, and I mean for ults and anti-airs. Oh, and also auto combos, which is something I also hate. Like I hate the fact that there's auto combos in this game. I understand that they added them for the sake of the kids that play this game. Please, kids, don't play this game. Like just don't, because I find that the kids are the ones that are mainly the overly defensive players, and the ones that mash a lot. It kind of takes the fun out of trying to play this game in a skillful kind of way when people play like that and are still able to do decently well. But that's a whole different video for a whole nother day. Now you'll see in these matches, like the people that I'm fighting will like constantly mash at times, or just back up. Like this guy right here, he was okay, I guess. He did this is more of a mash heavy defensive player, but I don't have that good of an example because anger only. But they mash just to open you up so they can counter you while you're open. Like this guy right here, he keeps doing where he can do a super dash. When you can do a super dash at the end of the I'm sorry, I'm kind of messed up right now. At the end of your combos, he also does bait for ults a lot, but you can do super dash at the end of your square and a heavy combo. Press heavy and then press heavy again, boom, you're good. That's one of the most annoying things, because of the fact of how hard it is to actually do an anti-air. Like the timing is something I still have to get down personally, which is the only reason why I have a problem with it. Now you see I was just doing that's what I mean by mashing. He constantly did that throughout the match with every one of his characters, even right there. There's just certain things in this game that can be abused, if anything. That's the only word I can use for it, is abused. As in abusing anti-airs, relying on them. If you rely on anti-airs, I'm just gonna say it right now, you're not good. And I'm only saying that because Fighters is at Evo. That's a whole fighting game, you know, tournament for, you know, money and all that stuff. And I'm gonna bet my life that nobody is gonna play an overly defensive playstyle. Nobody is gonna sit there in the corner and bait for anti-airs or ults the entire game. Like, I'm putting money on it. As you can see, he's trying to bait me into a auto combo. Now this is not an analyzing video, of course. This is just using some examples that I'm seeing in the video as, you know, examples to show what I'm talking about. He was baiting me for an auto combo rather than a heavy, because that was his neutral triangle kick. But still, you will not be seeing this at Evo. You will not be seeing playstyles that rely on the other one executing actions first, because you will see a lot of I come at you, you come at me, but I'll open you up first. It's that kind of deal. Not, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and wait like a good little boy until you come at me. Like, no, that's not gonna be a thing at Evo. Evo? Evo. It's just not. That's why I don't see it as. It doesn't make you good. It just shows that you don't know how to play the game. Now, as I said before, it's a lot of kids that play like this, people that don't understand how to play this game. Like, I was fighting someone that was, how do I say this? Really bad at Xenoverse 2, and he was even worse at Fighters. And he said that Xenoverse 2 was better because he wasn't. I'm slow. I'm sorry. He wasn't really bad. He was really good. How do I define good in Xenoverse? He knew how to perfect block, and he knew how to do combos and extend combos. There you go. Because I can't really say good and Xenoverse 2 in the same sentence. It doesn't feel okay with me. But he was garbage at Fighters because he said that the controls were too complex for him, and he was only 12 or 13. Well, he is only 12 or 13, so that kind of gives you the range of age. Now, I fought him again recently because that was back when the game first came out, and he had a very overly defensive playstyle. He didn't super dash at me once. Like, never, not once in the entire fight, unless it was during an auto combo. You know, that's either the heavy auto combo or a square one. And those are the only times he did super dashes. Other than that, he baited me. I came so close to unfriending him. I came so close. I was so triggered. Like, that playstyle is just the most scared playstyle. And I was like, well, dude, why do you play like that? Like, it's very annoying. He was like, because I don't know how to play any other way, which is something that's very it's a reoccurring thing with players like this. Like, I've had these players, each one of these players message me saying that what I was doing was cheap. Essentially my combos and what I was doing, which is why they counteracted. And I was like, an offensive playstyle isn't cheap, it's just knowing how to play the game. And they're like, bet, well, I can play like that too. Like this guy right here, we did a bunch of rematches where he was supposedly playing a offensive playstyle, and he barely got hits in on me. I killed his entire team with rows, just rows, that's it. And he was like, yeah, I'm not good, so I rely on just waiting. Not waiting, but, you know, just basic things like mashing and baiting, things like that. Rather than doing and learning full combos, he would rather just wait until I open myself up for him. You know, I open my opponent up myself. I don't let them open themselves up, or at least I don't intend to. Sometimes they do, and that's their fault. But that's not what I try to do. I try to go at my opponent and put pressure to actually open them up, rather than, you know, hey, do it for me. Because the way I see fighting games is I like to have fun, first of all. And the way I have fun in fighting games is when I'm fighting other people that are really, really good. Now, I had a fear that he was going to bait me there, which is why I'm not really super dashing. But I just love fighting good, like honestly good players. And I don't see where the fun or accomplishment is with a playstyle like this. people that do this constantly. Essentially everything that you've seen in all of these matches accumulated into one person. Like people that play like that, like just imagine that. I'm pretty sure most people watching this video have fought that before. It's the most annoying thing because there's no fun in it. Like, where's the fun in knowing that you're not good enough to fight on your own, essentially? Where is the fun in knowing that you can't beat them without it? Like, if you can't beat me without sitting in the corner the entire game, then you're just not good. Kind of like with this cynical bullet guy. I told him, I was like, you know, he was like, what do I have to work on? I told him precisely everything he had to work on. Learning combos, not mashing, not baiting, learning how to do proper offense, all of that stuff. And, you know, he wasn't salty about it or anything like that. Me and him are, you know, all cool. But still, it doesn't make it any less annoying. Like, just playstyles like this, there is no accomplishment. Like, I myself, I tried out this playstyle. I honestly did. I just sat in the corner and then I beat the dude, barely took any health off me, and I didn't feel any kind of accomplishment or excitement. I was like, oh, like, he was a good player. That's the thing, he was a really good player. I know because he beat me before when I was playing offensive, and I had to message him that I was sorry and all that stuff. And I just don't get why people play like this. Please tell me why in the comment section below if you do know. If you don't, then it's okay. But that was it for this video. Just a little bit of rant on why I don't like it. But yeah, that's the video, and with that, I'll see you.